Let me start with a question. Would you rather run a business that makes $1 million a year but keeps almost nothing, or a business that makes $200,000 and actually pays you? Yeah, it's an obvious choice, isn't it? So why are so many business owners out here flexing revenue like it's a scoreboard for success? Let me paint you a picture of what I mean. Meet Business A. On paper, they're a massive success, doing $1 million a year in revenue. Sounds impressive, right? If you scroll through Instagram, they're crushing it. Their LinkedIn profile proudly proclaims them a seven-figure CEO. Their bio probably has some catchy line about helping businesses scale to the next level. It's a great story for social media. Meanwhile, their bank account is gasping for air because behind the scenes, the reality is brutal. Payroll is a monster, eating them alive every 2 weeks. The rent for their trendy office space is ridiculous. And the subscriptions, the software tools, the random growth investments that some guru promised would change everything, they're all stacking up, bleeding cash month after month. And let's not forget the biggest sin of all. They're underpricing just to win work, just to keep the revenue engine churning. So every time they close a deal, they're basically throwing a party to celebrate making revenue while losing money in the process. At the end of the year, after all that hustle, all that stress, all that so-called scaling, they might keep what, $40,000, maybe $50,000, if they're lucky. That's not a business. That's a high-stakes, incredibly stressful job with extra steps. Now, let's look across the street at Business B. They're quiet, low-key. You won't find them posting motivational quotes every single day. They're doing about $200,000 a year. No hype, no noise, no venture capital funding announcements. But here's what they are doing, and doing well. They price their services correctly based on the actual value they provide. They control their costs like a hawk, questioning every single expense. They don't chase every shiny new opportunity that flashes across their screen. And most importantly, they actually understand their numbers inside and out. A crazy concept, I know. So at the end of their year, they keep $70,000, maybe $80,000, sometimes even more. Think about that. They're working less, they're keeping more, and they are sleeping so much better at night. There's no seven-figure CEO in their bio, but their bank account is healthy and growing. So let's be honest, who's actually winning here? The business making all the noise, or the one making actual money? This is the fundamental trap so many entrepreneurs fall into. They fall in love with revenue. And I get it. Big numbers feel good. They look good on a spreadsheet. They impress people who don't know what your books really look like. But revenue doesn't mean you're successful. It just means money passed through your business on its way to someone else. Let that sink in. Revenue is just a measure of activity, of motion. Profit is a measure of health, of stability. Because if your costs are out of control, if your margins are paper thin, and if you don't truly know your numbers, then scaling your business doesn't make you richer. It just makes your problems bigger. And it makes them happen much faster. Here's the hard reality. More sales will not fix a broken business model. A better financial strategy will. So instead of constantly asking, how do I hit $1 million in revenue, you need to start asking a much more powerful question. How much of that do I actually get to keep? Because at the end of the day, you don't build wealth from revenue, you build it from profit. That's the only number that truly matters. If your business is making money, but you're constantly looking at your bank account and wondering where it all went, you are not alone, but it is a problem you need to fix. At Neybor Consulting, we specialize in helping business owners just like you turn that chaotic revenue into structured, predictable profit. Book a consultation with us today, and let's make sure your business actually pays you, not just all your expenses.